Hello, 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 hello. Just gonna share my love. Hello everyone watching live or watching the replay. Hello, my name is Dasha. If you have never seen me live before, oh my gosh, you're in for a treat. We are doing a really powerful video today. And I am a life coach, or a vision doula, someone that helps people with the birthing of their vision, dreams, passion, purpose, whatever it is, right? So that's me. Hello. If you're tuning in for the first time, pop in the chat hello. If you are tuning in live, tell me how you are, how are you feeling. If you want to answer my question, can you celebrate 3 things or that you love about yourself? Can you share 3 things you love or celebrate about yourself? Pop in the chat. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay and answer the question. What are 3 things that you love or celebrate about yourself? Rama Mama, hello. Nice to see you. If you want to share 3 things you love or you want to celebrate about yourself, go on. And as people are jumping on, as people are typing, I'm going to share a little bit about what I am celebrating, and then I'm going to talk about this topic. So I am celebrating big time that I actually completed this, right? And why I'm asking you to celebrate, firstly, it's because a lot of the time we are chasing the crowd. We are chasing the next big thing. We're chasing our goals. We're chasing our desires. But in the moment that we actually get them, we don't feel worthy of them. We don't feel deserving of them. We're kind of like looking outside, hey, what's next? What's next? No, what's next? I don't feel satisfied. What's next? And it's because we don't allow ourselves to actually celebrate the magic and the mystery of what we've just created. There's a lot of conditioning actually around it. There's a lot of conditioning. So the thing is, I notice, and I'm curious if you had the same thing when I asked you to share 3 things that you love or celebrate about yourself, right? Did you have 3 things that you don't like pop up? Did you have 3 things that you're actually like ashamed or judging about yourself pop up? Or more than 3 things? Because that is what I notice in most people. When I ask that question, they can think of billion things that they hate, don't like, judge, shame about themselves. But they can't even name one thing. So most people feel so like they don't want to interact with it. They're like, I don't want to. I celebrate you, Rama, for sharing. I celebrate the love of the people, right? So do you celebrate your love for the people? And again, my question was to celebrate something about you, right? So we actually have an issue claiming our power, claiming our worthiness, claiming ourself. It's like, I'm talking about you. Yeah. I'm not talking about others, right? And it's easier to, I celebrate the beautiful puppy in my life. Okay, awesome. I freaking celebrate that for you. But what about you? We're talking about you right now. And isn't it effed up a little bit that in our society, the conditioning from childhood, right? Because everything is a learned behavior, right? So you've learned it from someone, probably your parents, maybe in school. And the conditioning is to see what you dislike about yourself, see what you hate about yourself, and reject that itty bitty power that you actually hold. when I realized that, I didn't realize that at the start, right? When I realized that, I was like, oh shit, whoa, our society, and in the spiritual community, right? We've done a lot of self-love work. We do a lot of self-love work, but there is still that belief that, like you have to repent. Is that the right word? Where you give everything away. You have to give everything away. You have to be that Mother Teresa. You have to be that Gandhi, those people that give everything, their life to save the world, right? And that is amazing. But there's also the concept of self-love. And oh my God, wow, I can't believe we're going into this. I love it. And I love this topic of self-love, right? Because then your next question is, isn't it selfish? Aren't you selfish to have self-love? Aren't you selfish to have self-love? I love that. I'm like, oh yeah, hit me with that. And if you have any kind of like resistance, if you have any like things that you're like, yeah, I don't agree with you, put them in the chat. Let's talk about it, because I would love for you to see my side of the story. And again, everything I share is an invitation. It's my truth. It's the truth that I live by that empowers me most. And I really want everyone to have the opportunity, because knowledge is power, to try on different things and see like, hey, does this empower me? No, yes, no. All right. So isn't it selfish to have self-love? The thing is, right, in the spiritual community, if you believe in oneness, right, like you see yourself as one with everyone, let's look at the concept of putting the oxygen mask on first. When there's an emergency, there's no air, you have to kind of put it on you first before you can put it on anyone else, right? So if you don't do that, you can help 2 people and then you die, the end. Self-love is kind of the same. Like if you're giving from an empty cup, like the Mare is actually then becomes resentful, becomes passive aggressive, becomes a little bit like, I'm doing everything for everyone and no one's doing it for me, And you can tell because that person is doing it from an empty cup. They're not doing it because they are freaking Mother Teresa, which is funny I use that, but they're not doing it from that. They're doing it from a place like of dysfunction, right? So people pleasing. It's like, I'm going to do it for everyone because I want to be liked. That is not selfless, actually. That is a little selfish. If you actually take the time to fill up your cup, to be full, to actually take care of your needs first, then you're in overflow. And then from that place, you actually are able to give more. Just like that oxygen mask, you can help more than just 2 people. You can just help as many people as you want out of unconditional desire and love, because you are full. Your actions aren't seeking the love, right? Where does the people pleaser thing come from? It's the dysfunction that is trying to seek love from others because it doesn't have it for themselves. So self-love isn't selfish, because if you practice self-love, you fill your cup and then you can give more, right? So you don't have to. Hey, Lucas. Yes. So you don't have to actually give up your life to help anyone else. Like you can fully live your life to the maximum, to the best, because your soul has chosen this human experience to live this human experience, right? Like you can have anything you want. But, oh my God, I've been doing so much research into anti-racism and white supremacy and just like capitalist colonization. Oh my God, it's just insane. It's like, whoa, Pandora's box. Holy shit, today has been intense. And it's like we have been conditioned to shame and judge ourselves. It's like this mentality of go, do. Not stop, not breathe. If you're not constantly going, if you're not constantly doing, let's shame you. You're lazy. And it's like, instead of feeling our feelings, we have been conditioned to numb them out with work or drugs, alcohol, TV, sex, maybe, right? So it's crazy. It's a wild Pandora's box, and it's all connected, and it all comes back to celebration, right? Because by you not acknowledging your accomplishment, you are in that cycle, the capitalist cycle of buying more, buying the next thing, more, do. You're not actually pausing to be like, oh my God, I am so freaking grateful for what I have. And in the spiritual society, there's also shaming of desire. But like, if your desire is to give up everything and become a monk, that is still a desire, and you're still there. You always have a desire. You will always have a desire. And that's okay, right? I come from a bit of a tantric approach that everything is sacred and everything is spiritual and everything is magical, and you are allowed to desire. And you're allowed to see sacredness in eating meat and in having sex and in doing all these crazy things, because every moment of life is sacred. And I'm not here preaching sex and eating meat. I'm just here showing you that like you can have radical love and acceptance for every part of your human experience. And if you really zoom out, you can see that there's no good or bad, right? That is a belief from church or from society that has controlled us. You know, you're so naughty, you're so bad, let's judge you, let's shame you. Rather than realizing that it's all sacred, and then you have a choice and you choose your reality. You choose what you want to do. You choose what makes you feel good. And tying it all back, I've gone on such a tangent, but I think it's like so important to see the connection. And my most favorite, most confronting question that I was asked today: how much of your thinking is your thinking? Still gives me shivers and goosebumps, and like, how much of your thinking is your thinking? How much of your thinking is your thinking? Just ponder that, right? I'll use body image as an example because it's such a good example to see how our society controls the way we see our reality in the world, right? So back in the day, women's figures were like big and voluptuous, like think Marilyn Monroe. That was like sexy. Then we went through a phase where it's like Kate Moss, really skin thin. And then Kim Kardashian, right? So in each time frame, that was sexy. And everyone tried to be that. And anyone who wasn't that wasn't seen as sexy, right? So now think about your reality and what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're believing about yourself. How much of what you're thinking is your thinking? Sorry, Rama, I've just gone on a whole tangent, but I see your comment. Some might have a hard time receiving love, accepting love, and feeling loved. That is true. That is very, 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 very true. And the thing is, the hardest, like, a lot of the time you try and seek love outside of you, validation outside of you. But the most important person is you. This is coming back to selfishness, right? Because again, if you seek anything outside of you, then you're in your dysfunction, and your actions aren't unconditional. They have an intention, and the intention is to receive love. So you're not just doing it out of love for others, you're doing it to get love. And it gets murky, it gets iffy. So let's get back to celebration or love. What are you celebrating about yourself? What do you love about yourself? And start small. Grow that relationship. It's going to transform your life. Because until you are able to celebrate yourself or love yourself, you will not be able to receive that from others. Because even like if you're seeking this validation from outside, when you get it, the freaking paradox is that you won't be able to, or the irony, or both, you won't actually be able to accept it. So you'll be trying harder and harder and harder, and you'll be rejecting it more and more and more. And our society, unfortunately, is built on selling things to people after making them feel like shit. Because if you feel like shit, you'll buy more alcohol, you'll eat more junk food, you'll shop more, you'll buy more electronics, buy nicer things, work harder. If you feel shit about yourself, you're gonna keep working and working and working and working instead of just loving and enjoying. It's confronting. It's like really confronting. And the more you look at capitalism, the more you're like, oh shit. Oh shit, what has our world become? And we're getting further and further away from connection, deep connection to ourselves, because there is so much shaming in emotions that we're not allowed to feel. We're only allowed to numb. Even when someone dies, you're not allowed to feel grief. You are just allowed to feel it for a little bit, and if it lingers too long, let's put you on some medication, numb you out, or get back to work. So how can you connect deeper to who you are? And I'd love for you to journal on those 3 things. And if you cannot, I want you to write down all the negative things that show up. And then I want you to try and flip it. So like, for example, I'm fat. I'm disgusting. I'm lazy. I'm stupid. What can you flip? What can you just start like, what is the smallest thing you can do? And just for this one, let's just flip them. Like, I'm sexy, I'm smart, I'm fit, I'm ambitious, or like I'm productive, or I'm successful. And then I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and just see one thing that you love about yourself, whether it's your eyes, your smile, your hair, your skin, whatever it is, right? And start building that relationship. I've been celebrating a lot, and I feel like attracts like this vibration of high energy. And it's like, you can believe what you want to believe, you know? And it's like, my belief is like, it's the energy, it works. But it's also like your openness and your willingness. When you're in a better mood, you're just more open to opportunity, more open to people, more like, you're more open, you're more receptive than when you're in this kind of like feeling like shit and wanting to hide and wanting to just like numb and ignore, right? So I just celebrate the F out of myself, and it was a journey. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at first, and it started off with gratitude and then celebration, and I love myself so much because self-love is the foundation of my work and what I preach, and I walk the talk. And then getting bragging from one of my mentors, and I just love that concept because that is an edge. That is the next level. It's like bragging. Well, the shame and the just, oh my God, the societal conditioning around claiming that is just, and it's so liberating and so powerful. And if you want to experience it, we do it in my Facebook group called Liberated AF. So honestly, like, do it. Join, come play, come try it. I would love for you to share your biggest takeaway. What did you learn? What did you receive? Thank you for joining me on my 30th day of 30 lives. Wow, I'm just so feeling so proud of myself for doing this and succeeding. And I feel proud, and I did a live on how proud I am of what I've created, and it was edgy, but it's the more I claim my power, the more I see that others can see their power and claim it too. Because in our society, there's so much fear around speaking our truth still. So much judgment, so much shaming, so much pulling each other down rather than raising each other up. And there's this concept that if I shine bright, I'm going to dim those around me. But in actual fact, you're going to ignite the fires within those that matter. And those that feel triggered, you know what? I like to use the word activated, and it's their journey. It is their journey, if they feel triggered, to feel activated by you and then question their reality, right? Because it's gonna, hey Rex, nice to see you, my loyal fan. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so the thing is, it's your responsibility to show up in your truth, to be your absolute self. And then it's other people's responsibility that feel triggered AF by you to work their shit out. And maybe it won't happen straight away. You know, for me, I used to judge and shame all the spiritual people and healers and energy workers. I was so triggered by them. I thought they were charlatans. And now look at me now. You know, the thing that you reject the most ends up being the thing that you become. Your mess becomes your message, you know? So it's it's okay if people feel triggered. You're just helping them find their way. Yeah. And it's so much easier to be a troll. It's so much easier to bully and shame and judge others than to actually look within. Because everything that you ever shame, judge, make fun of in someone else is actually a part of you that you reject about yourself. So don't worry if people are doing that. Just be you and enjoy yourself. Be your true self-expression. Because by you hiding yourself, you're only hurting you. Those people that would laugh at you, shame you, judge you, they're not living your life. And if you're scared that you're going to push people away, then good riddance. The more you are authentic to who you are, then you're going to be able to attract the people that actually matter, the people that actually see the true you and want to be around the true expression of you. And the more you are true to yourself, the better you feel. No more needing to hide. Wow, deep. Wow, this was deep. This was magic. I'm celebrating you all. My 3 celebrations. What do I love about myself? I just love me. I so love me. I love the work I do. I love who I've become. I love that I've created my soul business and I get to share my message, and that I can listen to people's views. If people don't agree with me, I would love to have a chat. And that's the thing. My truth is my truth. It's never anyone else's, and that's just what I share to give people an option to see the world from another perspective, and then they get to decide. So if you feel triggered AF by this, let's chat. I would love to talk about anything that you disagree about. And maybe I would change my mind. I'm always open. I am always open. Right now, I'm listening to a podcast of this woman that I'm oh wow, I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if I agree with you. And I really love what she normally says. And I see how her truth is her truth and my truth is my truth. And I see how my truth empowers me. And actually what she says disempowers people around my truth doesn't. So it's okay to have different opinions. And I think it's important that we all feel safe to express our view and be heard, but then also not make it mean anything about us if people disagree. And then also be open to like inquiring, hey, maybe there's something I could learn here. Anyway, I'm sending you all so much love. I cannot wait to see who catches the replay and read your celebrations, your loves, and also your biggest takeaways. And if you feel shy and still want to share, you can feel free to DM me. I know some people are shy. That's okay. I forget that it could be a little confronting, you know? It's like curiosity, but then like, what if my friends see and they're gonna make fun of me and I'm not ready for that? I get it. Sending you so much love. And oh my god, I'm gonna just share that my epic masterclass is filling up. I'm feeling so good about it. It's on Sunday. Link in my timeline, in my bio. Check it out. It's all about manifesting your dream partner. It's gonna be so juicy and sexy and amazing. It's gonna be a lot about manifesting, allowing it, asking for it, receiving it, and keeping it. Focus on dream partners. But hey, if you want to learn about manifesting from me, the manifesting queen, you can just join and see like what to take away. Sending you so much love. Bye.